see what's going on with
Yeah, I post a lot of parenting memes. I post pictures of kids, pictures of moms, just motherhood in general, pregnancy photos.
I love those.
That you know that's the new thing now. Everybody does maternity photos.
Well, welcome to another edition of Whatevertainmenttv, and today we got Janae Skeelan on the show, good friend of mine. All right, we're gonna go into her business. All right, making shirts and setting up things with mommies and stuff. Right, MixxyMommy.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. And first ever, we're gonna launch our first podcast on the show. Correct?
Mm-hmm. She
All right.
has a podcast, everyone.
Yeah. So now let's go a little bit into your business. All right, tell me about it. What do you do?
Okay, MixxyMommy. I'm the CEO of MixxyMommy. We are a mom social group. We have different events geared towards helping different types of moms, helping kids. We sell MixxyMommy apparel.
MixxyMommy apparel. It's like
Yes.
You got underwear?
You know what? That's a good idea.
That's
I'm gonna have to pencil that. Yes. No,
I want
yes.
MixxyMommy underwear for men.
Yes, I want men. I don't. Okay.
No, okay.
Okay.
All right.
I gotta look into that now.
Okay. Yeah.
But
There's
yeah,
a strong market for that.
But yeah, we host a ton of different events. We've done back to school drives. We're trying to put together a mom and child fashion show. Mm-hmm. And we want to, raise a lot of money for charity. We want to just unite different moms and have like a mom support group that just wants to see other moms win.
What about like a dad support group?
Dads,
We don't need a support group. It's called alcohol.
we could have Mixxy Daddy. That could be a break
shoot-off.
off.
Break off.
A
Yeah, later
spin off.
on.
We
Yeah,
could have
later on.
Mixxy Daddy.
So how did this start? Like, tell me about your past. How did you get to this?
Okay, this started.
Did you wake up? You're like, I want to start a small business. Is that what happened?
This started out of my love for being a mom. I had my daughter in 2014, and my life changed after that. Like, I liked being a mom. I said I could wake up every day, and I'm happy that someone wants me in their life to take care of them. I just had a baby this past July, so this is like my second go at it, and I still love it. This is something that I know I was meant to be a mom. I was meant to be a parent.
You look like,
I was always the mom out of my friend group too, so it was just like a natural, nurturing kind of demeanor,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now, you're launching this podcast, right? But before we go into podcast, right? You know how people, they're gonna open up a small business, right? And like it reminds me of that movie Pursuit to Happiness. You ever watch it?
Yes.
Right. And some people are still going through that. Some people have gotten past that, right? You're roughing it out, everything, and then your business finally starts to take off, right? Do you believe that's true with most businesses?
Yes. There's always groundwork that you have to lay it out first. You have to get through the rough patches. We're going through a whole pandemic. A lot of businesses are either going up or going down, or just trying to maintain or survive. So, yeah, absolutely.
And most of the gear you're selling is geared towards children, I guess, right? Or babies, or mommies.
It's geared toward mothers.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just selling our signature shirt, but I also want to have like mom taglines, like
the hashtags.
Like
what the hashtag was before the hashtag?
What was the hashtag before the hashtag?
The pound sign.
It was the pound sign.
I don't know how it became a hashtag, but whatever.
Social media has transformed everything into.
Can I ask you something? Do you think people put too many hashtags when they do a Facebook post or something? How many hashtags is too many hashtags?
There's never too many hashtags.
I think there is too many hashtags. I think three. I think you should stop after 3.
Do you know why people use hashtags?
No, I have no idea. I don't even know any of this stuff.
You don't even know.
Lucky I'm on Facebook.
I'm not even on Facebook. But MixxyMommy is on Instagram.
And we're going to put that up. We're going to put all this info. You'll be able to, hit up MixxyMommy, and see what's going on with
Yeah, I post a lot of parenting memes. I post pictures of kids, pictures of moms, just motherhood in general. Pregnancy photos.
I love those.
That you know that's the new thing now. Everybody does maternity photos. I didn't do it with my last pregnancy, but I did it with my first daughter. And yeah, that was interesting to say the least.
Continue.
A word from one of our sponsors: don't change the channel.
That
I have no sponsors. I'm taking a break right now.
Oh, okay.
Just taking a break right now.
I was about to say, what's your drink? I finished it. I finished it already. What? Like, come on. I'm not a slow kind of gal. I like to drink fast. You know?
Okay. And we're back. So now. All right.
Okay.
So now, tell us about your podcast.
Okay, podcast, right?
When's it starting, by the way?
Podcast. We are starting April 2021, okay?
Don't forget that.
Don't forget, please tune in. It's going to be the MixxyMommy podcast. Presents me, Janae, and I have 2 other moms. And we're going to be bringing the heat. We're going to have a roundtable discussion on different parenting topics, on different mom issues.
What's a mom issue?
Moms have issues every day.
I know. I have a wife. She's got a lot of issues.
Not, you know what? We do have mental issues. Maybe we need to take accountability
Yeah, I
for
never
that.
said my wife had
Maybe
mental
we need
issues.
to
Where are you
have.
going with this? I'm gonna have to tell my wife this.
Not those type of mental issues, but sometimes we need a mental break.
I agree. Me too.
And that's what I want to introduce in this podcast. So you know what? Sometimes mom need a break. Maybe we need to take our voice back. Maybe we need to tell the dads, like, listen, this is what we're going through every day. They might not feel like what we do is.
No, we appreciate it.
No,
totally.
yeah, definitely.
I think you got this. You got this wrong.
You're categorizing right now.
Sorry. I don't want to come off. I don't want to like come off not inclusive of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
There's dad moms. They're welcome to the group, right?
Oh yeah.
They're welcome to the group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're one of those people.
Something else that, like, you have a podcast. Are you going to do like a video podcast? Because that's another thing. I see a lot of podcasts that came out during COVID where there's a video and everybody's speaking in the video, almost like this. It's a podcast, almost like this would be.
Yeah, this is almost a podcast.
So,
This is
or would
almost
you
a
just
show.
do strictly audio? And what platforms are you going to put it on?
No, I want to do a visual as well. I want to have the podcast and the web series both coincide. So you'll have the YouTube show, and then you also have the audio available on like different types of podcast platforms. So
Cool. I want to ask you something. Due to this COVID thing, and you got like new moms coming into play and everything. Do you believe COVID helped make a lot of new moms? And the reason why I'm saying this, you can't leave the house, right? You're stuck at home with your wife, with your girlfriend, maybe both of them at the same time, right? I mean, what do?
you're making babies. Like
Exactly.
this was the second baby boom.
You think so? Because I'm
Yes,
hearing there was
I
a
know.
baby bust. and that's what I'm getting from sources. I mean,
This was a
CNN is
baby
fake
boom.
news, but I'm saying it's was it a bust or a boom?
It was a boom.
She's saying it's a boom.
It's a boom. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
In the boom, boom room. This is babies are being made.
Yeah. No, I agree. Because you're home, your wife's getting.
You're home, you're quarantined.
You're
I'm not gonna
quarantined.
be
You
part of
can't
that.
leave the house.
My wife gave birth during this time as well. So we got pregnant before.
You
this
know what?
time.
I fight
So
for that too
I'm not
because
gonna
people
say.
were trying to say I had a quarantine baby.
Nah.
And as you know, I found out I was pregnant way before the shutdown. And not even in 2020. From 2019, I was pregnant. So I didn't have a quarantine baby. She was just born in the during the pandemic. But all of these December babies, November, December, if your baby was born November, December, January. Matter of fact, up until now.
No, not November because my baby was born.
One in November. Okay.
We didn't know about the quarantine when that was happening.
Okay, yeah, because let's say the.
No, because February is when
Yeah, I don't even remember. The quarantine has been lasting so long.
February, March.
We're in New York. by
At
the
March,
way.
at the end of March, that's when it
This
happened.
quarantine is never going to be
Okay.
over in New York.
December babies definitely
Yeah,
are quarantine
definitely.
babies, okay? December, January, those are quarantine babies.
Right. Cool.
And like I can name a good 10 people that had a baby in 2020 this year. So.
Listen, your business.
And those are people I want to have on my show. On my website, I also have blog posts, and one of the posts that I'm working on right now is actually called "Pregnant During the Pandemic," because it was a lot that happened, a lot that you couldn't do.
Worry about as well this whole time.
Right, you're worried about your health. You're going to the doctor's office, and now your significant other can't accompany you to the doctor's visits. You're trying to FaceTime and show sonograms, so you're kind of lonely in a sense going through this pregnancy. Then it was just a lot.
Horrible.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
You're getting kicked out the hospital.
You had that.
Yeah, I had
right.
I couldn't be anywhere. The only place I was when the baby was actually being
pretty
That's
much.
the only time we were allowed in.
Yeah. Me, I got my stuff done quickly before the pandemic. I'm done.
What stuff are you talking about?
What stuff?
Getting the babies out of the way. Bam. Out.
So
done.
no more. The shop is closed.
Done.
Or you just going through a pandemic, like you waiting for the reopening. No.
He's closed shop.
Factory's closed. It's like Detroit. Factory closed.
Okay. Toys R Us is coming back in business.
That's the final.
There's hope. There's hope for you. There's hope for you.
I could be rented. I can't be bought.
Gotcha.
Your friend over there is cracking up. I don't even know what that means, but it sounded funny. All right. So now, with your podcast, you already have people. Where are you doing it, by the way? Anyway.
Okay, we are working on we have a studio that we want to use.
It's better than this, right? I mean, this is just an office in Brooklyn.
This is beautiful. This looks like a real studio.
I know. You made it look like that.
This looks like a real studio. You asked the question earlier, do I have support? Friends and family, definitely on my support group to help my support group.
I didn't really have that.
You didn't have that?
No.
He forgets about me.
Well, him. But I said I didn't really have that. Doesn't mean I did not totally not have that,
Wow. Like, I want my sister to produce the podcast.
Yeah.
Just want to help everyone just elevate and, use their talents.
I agree. It's a beautiful thing. That's what should be used.
What are other things that are going to be on your podcast? Like, I know we just scratched the surface talking about, it's going to be about what mothers go through before and after pregnancy. Like, what other things that are juicy that we should all tune in and watch this podcast?
Okay, so everything is always going to be juicy, right?
Janae.
No pun intended. I don't even know what the pun is, but okay. But yeah, topics we want to touch. Baby daddy drama, blended families. We want to talk about kids and remote learning and how that impacts your household.
Oh my God, remote learning. I don't even want to get into it.
I don't even want to get into it because I already had to get into it with my daughter's school, who basically trying to convince me.
Every parent has gotten into it.
They told me.
I can't do core math. Okay? Do you see what they're doing? You need like a physics degree to get through 2 + 2.
I know they're teaching them this long route now, and I'm just like,
just drive straight. Why are we going around?
But we can't go too much in depth with that because we do have a New York City teacher in the room, so I don't want to discredit her job.
I think she'll agree with us. Okay? Because I'll tell you right now, these kids that had to do the homeschool learning went back, and now they're messed up because they ain't using core.
The teachers are teaching one method. I'm telling my daughter the easiest and fastest way, and she's like, "Mommy, you're wrong." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, this is how you get it. Just do this." And it's just creating a whole bunch of...
I can't do this.
It's hard.
Why do they do? Who developed this?
Remote learning?
No, this core stuff.
I don't know. Okay.
Who said let's do this? Let's take the longest route to the answer. Who said this?
Listen, I don't know. Kids also need to... Us parents also have to teach our kids too. We just can't rely on
I agree.
public school system.
I agree. I don't rely on that at all. At all.
It's 25-75 parents. I don't think the school should be
especially now, especially during the pandemic, I almost had to call the Board of Ed, like, you got to cut me a check. Because I had to sit here. You're just assigning work, and now I have to sit here.
You're
At
doing
the time, my
homework.
daughter was in kindergarten, so her reading wasn't up there. She's learning how to read, but now I have to read her all the problems so that she could do it. So at this point, I'm like, well, I'm a teacher too.
Yeah, that was like the Board of Ed needs to pay me.
Hello,
hello.
I need 2 checks and a pension.
And I want the 2 months off during.
I need that too. Yeah,
like,
pension
take off
too.
Yeah. That was rough. Thank God, the schools, as soon as they opened, you send your kids out.
So I opted in to have my daughter go back in person. She's in charter school now, a little bit better, but they've been fully remote the entire time. Every 2 or 3 months, they'll send an email saying, okay, we're trying to go back in person. You can opt your kid in. And then the next week, they're like, okay, we're going to push the date back. Cool. I get a phone call this week, and they're like, yeah, we noticed that you opted to have your child in person. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, let me tell you what's going to be our in-person protocol. Everything she said was a reason why I shouldn't have my child back in school. And she's like, oh yeah, don't forget, her teachers might change. Oh, don't forget, she has to just sit at the laptop, the same thing that she's doing at home. Oh, she has to eat at her table. Oh, she can't. And I'm like, you didn't tell me any good news. She was like, yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't have like good news to bring you. And I'm like, she's like, so are you going to change your mind? Because a lot of parents are changing their mind. And I'm like,
well, they just recently said after this vacation, the spring break,
they're supposed to go back.
They're supposed to all go back.
And then they just changed the 6 feet to 3 feet. That just came out.
This is so weird.
That just came out today.
I was just talking to somebody about this 6 feet thing.
Yeah.
It's based on science from the 1800s. Like, you're telling me the virus moves 5 feet 11 inches, right? And then at the 6 foot, it just drops. It just goes. That's it. I can't fly through the air no more. I'm tired. And just drops.
They just wanted to
Is
have.
that what happens?
I guess they just wanted to have a proper measurement so that you're good at 6 feet. But now they're saying you're good at 3 feet. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
No,
And
it still doesn't work.
I think 2 more accusers for Mario Cuomo, and the restaurants are going to open up 125% capacity, right? That's all we need. 2 more accusers.
25%.
125%. That's all we need. We're 2 accusers away.
I don't know. I don't even know. God.
So you're gonna have your sister on the podcast too?
No, my sister's gonna be producing the podcast.
Okay.
She's
And
getting
your friend
into
over here, the teacher,
she's gonna be on.
Yeah. That's
She's
good.
a mom, and then I have another friend who has 3 kids. She's gonna be on as well. We want to talk about like raising men. You know, like how does that play a role in society, especially with like allegations against people and like teaching our sons how to properly court women. You know?
Yeah, I don't think people know how to do that no more. I feel like I'm a master of that.
Of that? Do you think do you feel like you learned that from your mom or your dad?
I learned that from myself.
You learned that from yourself?
I'm like the samurai of courting women.
The samurai?
Yeah, I'm like a samurai. Like,
What does that mean? You get the chop? Like
no,
okay,
I'm so in tune with the nature around me.
You're
You
in
know?
tune.
I'm like one with.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Either, right? I thought you would have just left it alone at samurai, but you got to continue.
You got it.
Thank you.
That sounds like something a part
Listen,
of
you know you gotta open up the door for the girl. You know what I'm saying? You gotta carry her stuff. You know when you walk down the street, you gotta walk on the outside, right? Or is it the inside? I don't know anymore. Right?
It's the outside.
Right, it's the outside. Yeah, that's what I always thought. Things like that. You know.
Yeah, but a young man, we need more
Treat them with
mentors
respect.
in their
Be
life.
nice,
We need
you know?
just like not even for men, no, all kids, all boys and girls. It's just like respecting their elders, just parenting things that people might not put in place for their child, or people that have different styles of parenting.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I posted a picture of a mom and her child, let's say child, on my page, right? The caption was, she was naked. She has vitiligo. So
The colored skin.
yeah,
sun.
but she's breastfeeding her son. Let's put like she's breastfeeding her son. So on the post, I put something like, this is a mom, a beautiful mom, breastfeeding her son in like this natural state. It was a nice picture. It actually went viral on different like mom pages. She sent me a DM.
The girl.
Yeah.
The woman.
I used to work with this girl. Like I knew her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
now,
she gave you the ability
what
to
is a DM?
A direct message on social media, on Instagram. A direct message, right?
Direct message.
She sent me a DM and she was like, "Oh, thank you for the post, thank you for the repost, thank you for the shout out, but just one little thing." And I'm like, "What is it?" She was like, "Yes, can you change son to child? I'm raising my child, gender neutral."
Okay.
So I was like, okay. Like, I mean, of course I oblige by her wishes. Like, okay, yeah, I'll change it. But I didn't even know that, okay, maybe I can have that mom on to explain, like, what is this raising my child gender neutral thing? I need to educate myself because I wasn't sure.
Well, that's the whole point. You need to have a discussion about it in order to understand. I don't like when people automatically say you're wrong until everybody gets to explain themselves, and then you come to a conclusion.
And that's what I want. I want to see her perspective of, okay, why are you choosing to raise your child gender neutral? Or
I mean, even if someone doesn't agree with it, it's good to reach out and know how the other person feels.
Okay. It's cool. Yeah. No comment.
I have a question for you. Did you have a gender reveal?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. I did the whole smoke.
Yeah. Gender neutral. How do you have a gender reveal?
I mean, that was my next question. You stole my joke, but okay.
Oh, sorry.
But okay, yes, I had a gender reveal also, but people make like a big thing about it. Mine was very small. It was actually like literally when the pandemic first started and they were doing the shutdowns of, okay, like my gender reveal was that Saturday. Monday, Cuomo was like 50% capacity, and then Tuesday 25%. So everybody's like texting me like, "Are you still having it? Are you canceling?"
No, you just need 2 more women to come out, and you got 120.
But like I said, this was last year when stuff was like scary when it was like getting real.
Oh, this was last year. Okay.
Yeah, last March.
That's right, of course.
So stuff was like we didn't know what it was. Everybody is all in a frenzy. So we still had the gender reveal, but we just made it smaller and we did it virtual. We just had like a live thing
virtual.
Where
there's a lot of people on the.
there was a lot of people.
We had 6 people and everybody else was on Zoom. There was like 30 people on the same.
Oh yeah. This whole Zoom thing. I'm tired of this. I have like 3 Zoom meetings a day. I'm tired. You know,
I mean, you're not walking anywhere. It's
Zoom drinking.
You're probably in your boxers, and then you just have your shirt on the top, and you're like, okay.
No, I'm actually always dressed up in full business attire.
Even better.
No, I'm not right now. Now I'm just chilling. You know, this is after work. You know, what time is it?
A lot of teachers don't want to go back to the classroom. They want to.
Why would you?
They want to stay on the remote learning.
Of course, you could drink.
I mean, the fact that you even get a chance to work from home.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
I don't blame the teachers.
You don't believe in what?
I don't blame the teachers.
Oh.
I mean,
it wasn't their choice.
Here's the thing. Police officers had to go to their job. That's the only thing. It's like police officers had to go expose themselves. Teachers didn't want to expose themselves but I think there was more of a chance because they're in the same room with all the kids that could possibly carry it. If you're a police officer, it's a little bit different because you're out in the open.
Any first responder.
You can stay. Yeah, first responder. A nurse, yes, I think that they were constantly exposed. That's a different thing. But if your union allows you not to be exposed, why not?
There's a way to do your job without contact.
Yeah.
The option should have been granted.
There's no way that a cop could do his job without contact.
Yeah, it's impossible.
What do you do? Guy, put the handcuffs.
But stay away. You can say stay away.
Right, yeah, right.
All right, buddy. All right, yeah.
You're having a fire. You're right, yeah. I'm going to say, we're going to throw you the hose.
See the hose in your yard?
We're going to throw you the hose.
Turn that baby on.
Tell me when to turn this lever.
Turn that baby on.
Yeah.
Imagine
Get the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just about to end. She's going to tell us where to go to visit her website, where to catch the podcast, and where to get that merchandise.
Yes, you can follow us on Instagram at MixxyMommy, MixxyMommy. You could log onto our website, www.MixxyMommy.com. Both places you can look into our gear. You could see our events that we have coming up. You could get more information about our podcast and the different platforms that we'll be premiering on. So please look out for us.
Please go and support her. If you need to buy or sell any properties, you could call me or Stefano. We work for Remax Elite in Brooklyn, Staten Island, and
We do any borough, really.
yeah, any borough. If you want, our numbers I'm gonna put in the bottom, so you could call us at
We'll have her number, shirts.
Also, like and subscribe
Yes.
to your
Of course,
page. You gotta like and subscribe.
That's what we need. Share, like, subscribe, and good luck on your ventures. All right, I can't wait to see this podcast. Okay, I'm really excited.
And
for it.
I gotta invite you guys on.
Are we allowed? Are we allowed on this mommy podcast?
You gotta come on. Why not?
Are we really allowed? Okay.
Yes,
No, because
why
we were
not?
talking about it before. You were like anti-father.
No, you could be the spinoff. Come on.
We're the spinoff. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Mixxy Daddy.
Yes, Mixxy Daddies. It's just a episode dedicated to dads. Why not?
Yeah. We'll just talk about beer and football.
Cool.
I don't know
So
anything about football.
April. It started in April, right? All right.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Cut. Scene. And.